Guys, so you may have seen a girly period social opinion video, and basically I'm doing the same thing, but obviously my version and how I think people would react to certain scenarios in the UK. So first, I'm going to try and change it, because I know she did how people would react to someone leaking first. I'm going to do how people react to rapper sounds in the bathroom. So in the bathroom, if you go into a bathroom, a public bathroom or toilet, and you sit in one of the cubicles and you just don't make a noise, you just sit there. It's got to be quite a big one, obviously, with probably about 10 or more toilets in there. But if you just sit there, I'm pretty sure that within about 2 minutes, you will hear a pad rapper. So just that kind of, if you use pads, then you'll know that kind of noise that it makes when you open it. So the first thing is to remember that you're not the only person who will be opening a pad. Or a tampon maybe, but tampons, I find they're more discreet. They're more of this kind of noise rather than like the of the pad like coming open or opening. So the chances are you won't be the only one opening a pad at that time, unless there's obviously only like 2, 3 people in there, or maybe just you, in which case it wouldn't matter. But so you're not going to be the only one opening a pad or a tampon, and even if you are, how are people going to know that it was you? They're not going to know, because unless there's only 2 people, if there's more than 2 people, no one's going to know whether it was you or not. Because if you think about it, 5 people in 5 different cubicles, how is the person next to you going to know it was you? Maybe it could have been the person next to them on the other side, or it could have been the person next to you. It could have been anyone out of those 5 cubicles. So you need to remember that people aren't going to know that it was you. And even if they do realise that it's you, the chances are they're women. If you're in the women's, if you're a girl and you have your period, then you're opening. If you're opening a pad, then you're obviously a girl who's on their period and you're in the girls' bathroom. So the chances are that it's going to be women. Well, it is going to be women who are in the bathroom with you. So they're going to be able to relate to you because they will have had their period at one time in their life. So I think people worry about the noises, the pad rappers in the toilets, but me personally, I used to, but now I just really couldn't give to. I just don't care anymore. It's the same with buying supplies in the in the shops. So that's my next topic. Buying supplies in the shops. How are people going to react? Well, the chances are they're not going to even notice, because it's not like anyone actually focuses on what you are buying. Yeah, the person who's scanning the things will obviously notice, but they won't care, because especially if they're women, if they're men, then they'll also know that obviously girls get their periods, it's natural, they need supplies, otherwise they're just going to be walking around with blood freaking pouring everywhere, and so it doesn't matter if it's a girl or a woman, a girl or a woman or a man who is at the till, because they are going to know about periods. Especially if it's a woman, they can obviously relate to you, so they're not going to say anything, are they? And they're not going to talk about you behind your back. I don't really get why us girls get really embarrassed when buying supplies, because what are we embarrassed about? Obviously we're embarrassed about buying the supplies, but what are the people who are, or whichever people you're worried about, what are they going to do? Exactly, they're not going to do anything. And also, the chances are you're never going to see them again in your life. I'll go to Tesco, I'll buy some tampons or some pads, and I'm never going to see those people ever again in my whole entire life. So, it doesn't matter. So the next thing is leaking in public. Now, leaking in public, this is probably the worst thing to go through out of everything. I've only ever leaked once, and it was a really minor leak. What happened to us, me and my friend, we were out together, and sorry, let me bring you down here. There's people outside and they're looking at me. I live in a bungalow. So me and my friend were out together and we were in the park and I was wearing a tampon. And we went to the shop, like the park's here, and then you go up this short road and then the shop is here. So it's like that. Actually, it's like that. So yeah, we were in the park and then we went all the way up to the shop. And when we were stood in the shop, I was like, whoa, I think I am peeing. Literally, I just felt like, no, I was wearing a liner, that was the one. I thought I'd finished my period. So when I went out with my friend, I was wearing a liner. And then we were in the shop and I was like, oh God. Whoops, I almost swore. Oh God, I think I'm peeing myself. And then I thought, maybe it's my period. And I was like, oh, it's not going to be that heavy because I basically finished my period. And then, I'm just telling you guys a story. This is meant to be public opinions. But anyway, and then, my belly. And then, we went back to the park. I didn't really think about leaking. I thought I'd just be fine. So we went back to the park and, I fell, and I kind of fell in an awkward position where I spread my legs, and she was just like, I mean, obviously we're not lesbian, she wasn't purposely looking, but she was just like, Beth, I think you sat in shit or something. Sorry, excuse my French. She was like, Beth, I think you sat in poo or something. And I was like, and I had this red mark by here, and I was like, oh yeah, it's probably the chocolate bar that fell on the floor earlier and then I must have sat on it. And I was like, yeah, because at that time she hadn't started her period, so I didn't really think she could relate. But so this isn't really, then we just went home and I changed my tampon. But this isn't really got something in my eye. It's not really a public thing because the only person that saw was my friend. And to be honest, I think it would be the most awkward situation out of rapper noises, buying period supplies, all that jazz. I think it would probably be the most awkward situation because, we just have a big blood stain somewhere. But then again, I think people would probably just forget about it quite easily and they wouldn't really, drag it on, if you know what I mean. So I really think that you girls have nothing to worry about to do with public opinions here in the UK. Alright, if you're in school and you drop your bag and all your period supplies fall out, that's going to be quite awkward. But, people are going to get over it. I mean, the boys in my school used to go in my friend's bag and just take out all her pads, and they thought they were called tampons. So they were like, oh, look at these tampons, look at these tampons. And she basically just laughed it off. She was like, guys, give me my stuff back. Put her bag back in her locker. And she was like, oh, you're so immature. Every girl has their period at one point in their life. They are not tampons, they are pads. Not that it matters whether you used pads or tampons. But and she just laughed it off, and they didn't drag it on because they knew that she didn't care. So as long as you just act like you do not care, even if you do care, just be like, yeah, whatever. You're so immature. So, for example, it's like this on the floor and everything's just falling out. Just be like, yeah, you're so immature. Put it back in the thing. Just say, all girls go through it. I'm pretty sure that every girl around here probably knows what I feel like. And then just chuck it back in your bag. So, thanks for watching this video. It's been a really long video, so I'm going to have to cut it short before my memory runs out on my iPad and it just cuts off on its own. So sorry there weren't that many public opinions, but I will be doing another video later. Thanks for watching. Please request videos and check out my main channel, which I'll put in the description, and check out my collab partner's main channel. Please subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.